Hello everybody, Nero here with another GFL2 guide. And today, I learned that you can click on Vepli on the menu so she hugs her plushie. Isn't that adorable? Anyway, speaking of adorable, we are about to clear the stage that you guys have all been requesting for the past few days. It is the Hazard Patrol, level 6. Hard risk. So if you guys are wondering why I haven't uploaded like this one right away, it's basically because my units were under leveled for this content and I wanted to like do everything else before doing this one. So I want like a progression like that I would find similar to you guys. So you know, like you guys can also follow along, like looking at the guides and progressing. All right. So first off, I'm gonna show you this map, right? Like what's happening right now, like the way I'm like navigating the map, the way I'm pathing towards the map, right? You can like follow this if you want to just like skip the clicking and just go straight into the boss, right? Because every map is gonna be the same, right? So like I just remember, right? Like take those two like conditions that I took earlier, right? Because those are practically useless. I think it was something about 55 steps and also the health pack thing, right? Don't take like anything else, I think, because like the others might have some consequence if you actually like trigger them. But yeah. Anyways, let's get right into it. High risk 6, Hazard Patrol, level 6. This one was kind of annoying. The video's like kind of long, as you guys notice. And also, I apologize in advance because I think I'm using a footage that is not like as clean as I want it to. Though it will still show the concept that I want to like use in order to clear the boss or to show you guys how to clear the boss. It's basically kind of like the same concept as my original video, but this time, of course, we need some like a few adaptations to it. So first off, right? We're gonna be using Nemesis now, right? So we start with Lota, S3, attack, right? And we're gonna immediately S2. Right? Instead of like attacking, we're gonna S2. And the reason why is because we actually want, like, we actually want to use another S3, so we can get those mobs to clump up and like hit it with a Lota S3 over and over again. But if we're in a situation where we're like defense, like armor crushing the boss, right? We are going to have to like use S1, right? If possible, like S1 towards the like alongside the boss, because like you can also remove stability with the S1 of Lota. So yeah, I would like to put like Sharkry over here. So as you can see, everybody's positioned on the left side, right? So why is everybody positioned on the left side? It's simple. It's because so only one turret can hit. As you can see, the blue turret can't hit, the purple turret can hit, only the fire turret can hit. So what does this enable us to do? Right? It enables us for our Lota to do this. You can see over here, we can hit everything with the Lota S3. Right? We can hit everything with the Lota S3. Without taking too many hits. Now, why is this important? It's because like we want Lota to just deal with the ads, right? The mobs, right? We don't want Lota to be dealing with like the shield break, but she can definitely help if you like if you use her that way. If you use her that way, like where you like ult and S1 like with the boss, you can use her that way. It's perfect. So another thing that you would love to abuse in this stage is your Nemesis or your DPS is like action, like support action. So if you have a QJ or something, like they're super good for this type of stage. Because if you want to if you want to have your like healers / supports like finish off these mobs, right? You would probably want like what you call it? You would probably want the action support. So, yeah. So since I can't one shot like with Sharkry, any of these two like like mobs, these robots. Like I will just opt to like armor break the boss more, and stability damage the boss more, because like this is kind of like a DPS race, right? But we have to time properly, just like the first one. We have to time the armor break properly. So like getting kind of dangerous here for our Colfine, right? And don't worry, like we're fine. Like this is preventable actually, like by just like putting your Colfine like a little bit more to the left. But yeah, like I said, this wasn't the cleanest run. This was a run I think that that I used where I was cure crafting, testing stuff, and then like I ended up making this as the blueprint for eventually my the clean version of the run. So yeah, right over here I would use like Lota S3 into S1, because if you have this part of the boss where it has like this big rectangle AoE, you are obligated to kill all the mobs, right? Just remember that. Look at our positioning. Everybody's on the left side together, right? And then we kill the mobs. So we got the armor down to 10 armor on the third turn. Just do note that. It doesn't have to strictly be 10 armor at this point of the stage, but you do want for the boss to be chunked at this point. Because if you don't chunk the stability of the boss at this point, it's gonna be really hard to win, especially if you lose a person, right? In this run, like I'm actually gonna be sacking one unit, but like as long as you don't sack a single target DPS when you finish all the mobs already, like it's kind of like whatever at that point. I think the only character that you can sack probably here is your secondary DPS and your AoE, which is in this case gonna be Lota. Like replacements for Lota could be Vepli, right? I'm not fully aware of like how other AoE characters kits work, because I'm like mostly like making guides on the 4 stars, because you know everybody has 4 stars, you know? Easier to make guides that way, and like have like just like suggested replacements for you guys. So all right, same situation as earlier. We have the rectangle thing. We are obligated to kill the boss, or there's another option that we can do here, is break the stability. So once you break the stability, he can no longer summon the robots, right? And since he can't summon the robots anymore, right, he's also not gonna gain any stability anymore. So that's a nice thing, right? You see, he summoned everything right now over there, right? They all summon back there, by the way. Like it's not a random thing where those robots spawn. So right, like this one's like very convenient for us actually, right? Like it's not super perfect, but this one's like good enough for hits for Lota. Like there was a run that I tried actually where I positioned Lota very aggressively, because like I'm gonna like sacrifice her anyway. Might as well like get her to hit everything that she like physically can and then die, right? And then we do like the good old like trapping the boss with their like phase 2 mechanic like strategy. But in this like run that I'm showing you right now, I didn't do that. So yeah. Okay, so right now Nemesis can like I want to hit the sniper robot right here, but like as you can see, there's no direct hits to the sniper robots. You see, I'm trying to find an angle to kill one of these dead eyes, because this dead eyes did like 500-ish damage to my unit, so it's kind of annoying to deal with. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna like try to like chunk the boss, since I can't like I can't deal with the mobs like I can't deal with everything at the moment. So gonna be Lota S3. Lota's like the only one who's basically like allowed to do like this efficient mob clearing in our squad. Everyone else is a single target. So over here, right, like I said, I want that I dead, so I'm gonna be using Nemesis S3, and I softened it up with like Lota S3 already, so even if he's in cover, it's fine, still dies. All right, remember when you're doing this, right, whenever you're moving like units up, be sure that they have stability, so if they get hit, right, as you can see over here, like you can survive, right? If your Lota dies here, I suggest like putting Lota either a bit behind, right, or just like moving Nemesis like somewhere else, but still within the attack range. Nemesis attack range is really high, right? Just so the Lota like doesn't die, or like the Lota like is still in position to like basically do a kamikaze play right here, right? Like I think over here I tried to save the Lota, which like you shouldn't, yeah, like you don't have to, right? You don't really have to save the Lota here anymore because it's kind of a lost cause. But I think in this run I tried to save the Lota. Hey, you know, like Lota has been like helping me for every single like instance of a boss like this, so maybe I'm just grown attached to her, my face, right? Like, but over here you don't need to do this. Like the moment you put your Lota in this situation, like you should just accept that she's dead, but she did her job already, which is like clear most of the mobs, right? So remember the strategy we did in the past, right? We're gonna do the exact same thing, right? But this time like since there's still more mobs alive, right, we have to deal with the mobs like first, but it's only 2 mobs left, so we just need to like a single target them. I just need to single target them, and look at what I'm about to do over here. This is really important because you can do the same exact thing even down a unit, right? With any characters, with literally any characters. Like you probably need a healer, especially if you're using a squishier target or your frontline, right? Last time we used Vepli for this slot, but this time we're using Nemesis just to prove a point that you can do this with like any character, really. Yeah. So like my Nemesis is the one like gonna be taking aggro, right? S2, since I don't have S3, the boss does a laser, and then see, as long as you're over here, like the stomp doesn't do damage. And if you get stomped anyway, like if you get stomped like initially, like if you get stomped initially and you get pushed towards the end of the wall and the boss is positioned right here, the boss won't do anything after the stomp. So yeah, over here, like I'm not really like healing my Colfiend and like my Sharky, I'm just healing my Nemesis now over and over. And don't worry, this isn't some run that went to like distance, went to 12 turns. This run is actually only 10 turns, but yeah, like I said, like this one like actually needed like to be more careful with the approach, right? But this is a general strategy that I like to use. I want to just like trap the boss at lower left side. It's really comfy, right? It's very like easy to control as well. And from here, just hit the boss over and over. Yeah. Like to be honest, like this boss isn't really the hardest. It's just you just need to deal with the mobs, because the like after you deal with the mobs, like the normal version of this boss and the hard version of this boss really have no difference, because they have the same exact mechanics. So they have the same exact things that you can abuse. And yeah, there you have it. Like Hazard Patrol level 6, hard risk, right? While sacking a unit, cleared in 10 turns with Nemesis. All right. Finish it off with an S2. Nope. Okay. I think I'm trying to. I'm just trying to kill it in as little turn as possible. I guess at this point. But yeah, over here you can just like spam. There you can just full auto at this point anyway. Yeah. All right. And then the last auto from Nemesis will finish the deal right here. There we go. Alright, so after this, I'm gonna show you the stats of my characters, just so in case you really want to like copy this strat 1-to-1, you can like at least copy it. Alright, it's DBH6 intense. Alright, here are my stats. I use my Nemesis. I use all my purple common keys on her because she is my main DPS for this run. Like Sharkry is also DPS, but she's more like a backup DPS type of bro for me, right? For Lotta, right, the MVP. Every single stage at this point is the MVP. Like, go raise your Lotta, guys. It's actually good. Alright. Then Sharkry, I use the blue common keys for this one. You can get these ones at the event, right? Just remember to farm your event, right? If you have tickets laying around, use them, right? And then lastly, Colfine, right? Just do know, guys, I invest on my characters. I invest in my 4 stars, right? So if you think that you're not clearing, even though you're like doing the same concepts or you're doing the same strategies as me, that would mean that you need to have, you need some sort of investment for your characters. Yeah, that's gonna be for me. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, here's my Twitch. And yeah, see you on the next video, everybody. See you on level 7. See ya.